So we got some quite big news on the fight against KSI and Alex Wasabi. Now this fight has been... everyone's been hyped for it. I can't lie, I've been hyped for it. To watch some illegal streams. Okay, I do not promote that. Anyway, there has been some pretty factual news to this whole thing, and even more to it. It's very weird going down the route. Now, I firstly want to get into what KSI has spoken about this event and how he's felt about it. So quite clearly, Alex Wasabi isn't going to be fighting KSI anytime soon. So the first hint we got, KSI, is life is so funny. People then started to realise, oh shit, Alex Wasabi's pulled out, or he's been injured, or this and that. So then, obviously, he made a comment about Jake Paul. Then Jake Paul released a video saying, heard that Alex is out because of a concussion, fucked up. This was a big opportunity for Alex. He will be back. KSI, everything happens for a reason. I'll come fight you in your hometown, your boxing company. You are a side. I also agreed to make £180 for 27th of August. You accept. So KSI claps back and says, so then you can have... so you could have fought Tommy Fury in England on my undercard, or is it just that you didn't want to fight a boxer, so you're admitting that you're actually full of shit the whole time? Well, I mean, KSI, you claim to be the boxer out here, so he is fighting a boxer. You and MVP are so untrustworthy. First Tommy, Raheem, and now Wasabi. Taking a dig at Wasabi. Even when you did put events on, when you do put events on, all you do is lie to your fans. Are we actually thinking Jake Paul has fans here or not? Like, there's no way Jake Paul has fans. Even Jake Paul has fans. We know your dealings with each promotion and what you actually make. It's a joke. Yes, Jake Paul was actually charging $60 for a pay-per-view. Let that sink in a second. $60 for a fight. And let's be honest, most of Jake's fights haven't exactly lasted a long time. I think the last fight he did, when was the last fight? He hasn't fought in a while. I think it was the Tyron Woodley fight was the last fight he did, which didn't last incredibly long. Tyron Woodley got put to the ground. Were we all surprised? Not really. He gave him a Rolex. He literally bought him a Rolex. There wasn't that much beef. They were kind of respectful from each other at the end. And I don't know if Jake bought him that Rolex. Hey, I'll buy you a Rolex if you take a dive. I don't know if that's what happened or what. Anyway, another tweet KSI popped out. This industry knows that you are not the draw you have portrayed to be. Your stock is down bad, and you don't get to indicate shit to me, mate. You think you're clever, but we anticipated you pull something like this. I didn't really anticipate it. I didn't even realise, to be honest, he was charging $60 for the pay-per-view. I thought he was just I don't know what his other fights were. I think they were about $20, something like that. Somewhat decent priced, I guess. I mean, it's Jake Paul, I'd say about $10. I understand $60 maybe for Tyson, Mike Tyson or something like that, or Muhammad Ali if he did it. But same for Jake Paul, not a very respected boxer and not in anyone's top draws. So, KSI claps back again. Plus, you'll probably pull some shit, causing our event to cancel too, just like your flop event did. You tried to drain Raheem, so that you would have no life left when he fought you with the rehydration clause. You fought a man fresh out of hip surgery. This was Ben Askren, the ex-UFC fighter. I think he got like $500,000 for that, which is like, that's a lot of money. Jake Paul's giving this fight. I mean, I'd even if I lost, I'd fight Jake Paul for money. I think, let's be honest, anyone would. You made Gib fight at a weight that you knew he would struggle to reach with such short notice. Yeah, everyone. I like how everyone called and said Gib's over. Gib won his last fight after that. He took it back and won that easy. I think the reason he lost with Jake Paul is because of the weight thing. And I think even Gib called him out on it. Eddie Hearn was saying, nah, Gib shouldn't be a boxer. Of course he's going to say that. The list goes on. All of that ain't gonna work with me, fam. And then he tweets back again, we will fight on my terms. And when we do, it'll be done on the biggest stage. I'm talking Wembley fucking Stadium. With a full camp tailored for just you and me. So there can be no excuses when we fight. None of this short notice shit. When you didn't know this, we actually contracted another fighter in case you guys pulled out for something like this. I will honour my word to my fans and to my opponent, because my word means something unlike yours. The show will go on the 23rd, and you, our MVP, won't have anything to do with it. Enjoy your night out, buddy. So Jake Paul claps back. Here are some of his tweets. Here are some of his tweets that he's brought out. We're going to read them all because some of them are to do with KSI and everything like that. And I can't lie, he's quite a funny man, Jake Paul. I do think he's a clown, but he is very funny with what he says. So this is what, if I can try and find it. There we go. Heard that Alex pulled out. Oh yeah, I've already read that one. Prediction of reply from KSI. I accept. Ha ha ha. I will fuck him. I will fuck with Jake Paul. He needs me, but my team told me that I should wait. This big event. Blah blah blah. That's exactly what he said. It's something like that anyway. Does KSI accept the fight? And obviously, pretty much everyone voted. Everyone voted no. Well, no, more people voted yes, but actually no and yes. KSI and the Little Misfits are scrambling to try and figure out the perfect response. Okay, and then he just rambles on a few tweets back at KSI. My manager just told me KSI's down, but only if I fight him for free. Wait, what? And he keeps all the revenue. That's what they're offering. I said, hurry the fuck up and send me the contract. You can't hate. I do like him. As much as we hate Jake Paul, he's been taking a lot of W's lately by making Tommy Fury and KSI duck against him. Jake is actually serious now. You know what? I think Jake is genuinely serious. And I know he hasn't fought a boxer, but KSI has taken an L here. I'm going to tell you why he's taken kind of an L. Number one, this is the only opportunity he's going to have to fight KSI. Only opportunity. He's never going to get an opportunity again to fight KSI. Because Jake Paul's going to make some... I don't know if it'd be an excuse, but he'd say, no, I'm not going to fight you. I've gave you the opportunity. I think KSI's lost 2 opportunities to fight Jake. Well, no, this would be a second one, but he lost 1 opportunity to fight him. And they left it at that. But now KSI has literally spent 2 years saying, oh, I'm a music tour. He's finally gotten out of that bullshit. I mean, he may cancel a fight because he's got to go on tour. It's so unfair for the people who actually want to see him box. They have to suffer and wait. You know, there's actually people, for some reason, out there who actually want to see him box. So yeah, that's what he said. And obviously I've been raging 24/7 for the past 6 days. But KSI is still scared of me. And obviously he pulls someone, please reveal the fighter you contracted. I'm sure that fighter is very experienced. He beat your brothers, as too. I will pay that fighter's purse too. And obviously he just takes more digs. He releases 2 videos, final summary of what happened between KSI and I, and then he literally is just mocking with memes and things like that. I can't lie. Did Gideon reply? It's not even making excuses. Why would KSI rush to fight Jake Paul? Dick Ryden. When he can build up properly and make it a top 10 PvP of all. Think, guys. Wow. KSI, the guy, and like I'm kind of having a dig at KSI here, because KSI makes statements like, I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to knock this person out. I'm going to knock Jake Paul out. Jake Paul's going to be on the ground. And then I see people saying, guys, he needs a warm-up fight. For someone who has a lot of talk, they shouldn't be needing a warm-up fight. They should be getting in that ring, and they should be able to fight the opponent straight off the training. If you've got to have a warm-up fight, and first of all, I don't know, he's definitely not been training, if you get what I mean. People are like, oh my God, Jake Paul will beat him. Jake Paul will this. He's got more advantage with training. Do you really think KSI hasn't been training? Of course he has. He's not going to tell you that, though, is he? Because if he reveals that he's training, then this and that. Here are my terms. Jake Paul accept, KSI. It literally looks like that. People hating. I think KSI is ducking this one. And like he's big, literally, just take the fight. They won't affect anything. It will be the bigger. You don't need to go, oh, I need to hype it up. I need to get my little warm-up here, and I'm going to fight a rapper. You've heard it here first. He's fighting a British rapper, which isn't very rated, named Swarms. And the killer is, he made a fucking song with him. Now, it hasn't actually been revealed by KSI if that's actually the official fighter, but the promotion company, DAZN, actually brought it out. So if we quickly have a look. KSI versus Swarms. Yes, you can tell they really did a little shitty edit on the thing. I don't know why he's doing that. Why is he fighting Swarms? First of all, these guys made a song together. You're fighting nothing with beef. This is why I think the KSI fight would be, a Jake Paul fight would be incredible. Because you're fighting with beef. You both fucking hate each other. We've waited fucking years, since 2018, for this. Since 2018. And we're still waiting for you to actually fight him. But I gotta wait to make this event a little bit bigger. I gotta have a little warm-up fight. If you've gotta have a warm-up fight, you must be shit. All KSI does in his videos is brag about he's gonna knock this person out and knock this person out. If he's such a good person at knocking people out, he shouldn't really need a warm-up fight. Come on, KSI. Wake up. I mean, he didn't personally say he had to warm up, but there's people saying out that he needs to warm up. Come on, man, you gotta understand. He needs to warm up. He's going against Jake Paul after being inactive for like 3 or 4 years now. So, dude wanted to focus on music, and now he's coming back into boxing thinking he's the shit. Jake Paul, I'm not gonna lie, even though we all hate him, he's still been running the boxing shit. He's the only YouTuber that seems to be actively boxing out here. Whether he's good at it or not, he still is the only YouTube boxer I see, even though he hasn't actually fought a boxer I can't lie, he left a lot of memes. But what is this? Like, Swarms? Really? This worse than Nate versus Jake? No, it's on par. Exactly. Like, what are you doing? You are fighting a rapper. This is where I actually start to think maybe KSI is all in the money. He doesn't want to cancel this event or push it back because he's like, no, I need a warm-up fight. You're fighting a rapper. What warm-up is that? It's an easy fucking fight. You're going to drop him. And then you're going to be all over Twitter. Oh, I'm the king. I told you I'd knock him out. You knocked out a rapper. It's like Jake Paul knocking out fucking retired fucking UFC fighters. They're retired. They're not in there. They're not actively training anymore. Going to the gym is different from training, like in a boxing and that. I think what is going on? It's clear like you just wanted to create. You said, Swarms, please. Can you do this boxing fight? Can you step in? I'm too scared of Jake. If that was me and I was KSI and Jake was there, like, I'd say, fuck it, let's do it. You know what? If we have to, we might have to push it back a day or two. If you can drop that fucking weight, we will fight. If you can't, then Swarms will fight. That's what they should do. Wow. That is funny. We have a new MF and a Zone X series. What's happened? Who is the goat of boxing? Everyone just voted Swarms. Jake gave you anything you wanted. Didn't Jake fight like 3 bums to boost his ego? I don't know. He's still taking the W, in my opinion. No disrespect to Swarms, but we've been clowning JP for not fighting pro boxers, and now JJ out here doing the same thing. Bro, you good? Jake fought an NBA player and retired MMA fighters. This guy never boxed before. At least Jake was actually challenged. You know what? That's something I can't hate on Jake for. He was actually fighting a fighter, whether he was retired or not. These were world champion fucking fighters he was fighting. No, they weren't. But what are you doing, KSI? You're fighting someone who has never boxed. The people Jake Paul fought, yes, granted they weren't boxers, and yes, they were retired, or that. Yes, you can dig at him for this. But what are you doing, JJ? You're fighting a rapper. Better yet, an auto-tune rapper. It's just really, really embarrassing. I know obviously you're doing this because you don't want to lose your money and you want to try and keep your credit in there. But this is an easy fight for you. An easy fight. I know you want to get that. But people, stop spending your money on this. Please, stop spending your money on this. This is the biggest waste of fucking money anybody could waste it on. You're watching... What has this come to? I remember a boxing match. The AJ and Tyson Fury fight. That didn't end quickly. It lasted. Because they were both professional fighters. They were both good. We got... KSI is the most delusional person when it comes to boxing. He genuinely stepped in that ring and thought he was Mike Tyson. This guy thinks he's the shit. JJ, you're fighting. You clowned on Jake Paul. I think people have the right to clown on you. This is worse than Alex. I would have loved... Bro, this... Like, I genuinely, I would have rather... Like, Alex Wasabi fight, that sounded more like yes. Because it's some... Even though Alex Wasabi's not the professional boxer, it's someone who you've been clowning on. Take the L, KSI, and just cancel the match. You clearly... This is a fucking L. Oh my lord. You can never clown on Jake Paul's fights again after this one. I hope they maybe make like adjustments and listen to people and be like, shit, you know what, we'll have to slip Jake Paul in. Just do it. Chicken. Because it's clearly speaking to me like You're ducking this. And I know people are going to be, but Jake Paul ducked, yeah, he did duck KSI. I think he ducked KSI in the beginning. But they agreed then eventually that Deji would fight Jake Paul, like the younger brother on the younger brother versus the older brother on the older brother. Kind of makes sense. Because now KSI, I'm pretty sure, is like nearly 30. He's like 29. He's like nearly 30 years old. Which is like, when you think about that, it's like, damn. This guy is getting older now. Whew. Jesus. You know, next year, this guy will be 30. Which, for a boxer, is like, damn. But yeah, short notice boxing match in August. I mean, is it short notice? I mean, it's short notice that Alex Wasabi pulled out. But he got injured. Keeps winning as he shows off his body. Bro, I like how the media just thinks as soon as KSI pulls out his body, he's like, he's going to knock him out. Like, it's a body transformation. Dude's hyping himself up too much. He fought with the fucking thing. Yeah, he found a replacement. It's funny because it's Swarms. Swarms. He's a fucking rapper. Oh, Jesus, what happened to this? I mean, this was posted by Misfits Boxing, which is the boxing promotion company I think JJ owns. So they put, we have a new NF. KSI will fight Swarms at the O2 Arena on the 27th of August after Alex Wasabi withdrew to a concussion. Sweet. You look down and you see it's Swarms. This is even worse than Alex. Probably not much worse than Alex in terms of level. A bit underwhelming, but it's just a tune-up fight at the end of the day. Do you really call this a tune-up fight? How are you tuning yourself up? You're fine. I know Jake's gonna clown on this when he sees this. Holy shit, he's gonna clown on it. And fucking rightfully so. Damn. No, you can't be talking the way KSI is taking and fighting a bum. You are fighting a rapper. I'm sorry, but you can't take... And JJ is literally living in JJ... Jake Paul is living rent-free in JJ's head. Like, KSI doesn't understand. You called Jake Paul a bum and everything for fighting non-fighters. And now you're fighting someone who has literally had no experience in fighting at all. All because you're scared to cancel your little event. You could have got you could have got Jake Paul on. I don't know why you didn't, personally. Kind of doesn't really add up why you didn't, but I guess there's nothing really we can really do about that. But it's just a little bit funny why you didn't accept the challenge against him, and then you made some bullshit story up, which Jake Paul predicted. Let's wait for another big event. Like, he's genuinely been ducking the whole boxing thing for a while now, because people have been asking him, will you get back into boxing? Will you do this? And he's always made the excuse of, I'm on tour. Yes, he was on tour, but like, I mean, people like your boxing career didn't really last long. Like, you had 3 fights, well, two professional fights. You drew the second one. You drew the first one. We kind of knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a draw. I was like, that's 100% going to be a draw. You then left it near enough a year, exactly a year, something like that, for the next fight to happen. And then the fight you won, which, I mean, you did get knocked down by Logan. It's just funny seeing the comments. If people's criticise Jake Paul for fighting Nate Robinson in the build-up to that, then JJ pretty much done the same here. Swarms doesn't even look ready for the fight in this poster, so it's okay to wreck. It's I don't know what he said. I can't. Tyron Woodley versus Jake. That would be a slamming fight. Who are you plus ratio? This looks like dog shit. I don't know. I think anyone. I like how they're making excuses from the KSI fans. Like, but KSI is better than Jake Paul. It's like still doesn't regard the fact that he's literally doing exactly what Jake Paul did. It's okay because in the eyes of KSI fanboys, he can do no wrong, and after slandering Jake for his fight, that's what I'm on about. KSI has been slandering. Like, he slanders anyone. He's going to say, I'm going to knock anyone out. Like, his ego has blew across the roof. Like, Jay thinks he could fight anyone. I wouldn't be surprised if he said to himself, damn, I could fight Mike Tyson. And then he's probably like, oh shit, let me cool down my ego a little bit. Can't be too stressy because I would get roasted. Agree, I'm a huge KSI fan, but taking fights with Swarms is not a great look. Just fight Jake. Or at least fight someone. Fight, I don't really know who should fight. Like, no, not Logan. He's already fought Logan. It'd be dry-ass fight that, and I'm pretty sure Logan is probably not built up or training. I'd say Jake is probably the best opponent. Just take it, fuck. Like, he's like, please do not announce this in a video. You're gonna get clowned. And not one KSI fan should be happy about this. Ducked Jake fought Nate in 2020 when people were calling him a shitboxer. KSI is regarded by his dumbass fans as the best YouTuber. Yeah, when he's done only 2 fights. Like, this is what I'm on about. People are just stroking KSI's ego too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't really say he's a decent fighter. Like, we haven't really seen much from him. 2 major fights. One he drew, which he got knocked down. I like how he ducked out of that and said, "Oh, I'm better than you." But he literally said, like, the amount, if we count his knockout, how many times he said he's gonna knock out someone, like, we'd all be millionaires now if it was in dollars, because he one after he's just saying, I'm gonna knock this person, I'm gonna knock this. Jake Paul finally says, you know what, fuck it, let's do this. KS is like, nope, I get an opponent. He's a rapper. Come on, KS, I thought you were high valued. For someone who knocked Jake Paul for fighting bums, you're fighting a bum? God. Don't mock other people's shit when you get the same shit. Because that's what happens. Okay, I'm going to be the one to say we all deserve to see KSI versus Jake. However, they shouldn't rush into it. It's always these people. They shouldn't rush into it. Have a little warm-up. How is it a warm-up fight? He's going to knock him out. The fight's going to be 2 seconds. It's clear JJ's just like, hey, Swarms, I know you're going to be a great opponent. You're easy, you fucking pussy. Bang. Bro, they're literally going to rematch no matter what. So if you want... it's money. Please tell me this account got to be hacked. I thought the DAZN account was hacked when I first saw it. I thought, hold up, this is hacked, right? This DAZN account's hacked. But apparently not. So yes, this is going to be going on. I don't know why he didn't take the Jake Paul fight. Am I surprised? No, not one bit. He's fighting a rapper. I guess I can't really comment much on that because I don't really know what else to comment. Because I mean, he's fighting a rapper. It is funny. It is funny to see, I can't lie. So this is what KSI's manager has to say about Swarms fighting KSI, because a lot of people are clowning on this fight apparently, which I don't blame them, but let's get into it.
Alright, so check this out. This is to address a few comments I've been getting here and there from people that don't really know who Swarms is. Alright? Let me explain to you guys. Swarms is a big man. He's a tough man, okay? He's a road man. He's definitely not got the mummy's boy mentality of Alex Wasabi, who's gonna sit like a deer in headlights when he gets abused by JJ. He's not gonna just sit there and go like a little squirrel trying to decide if he's gonna cross the road. He's not that guy, man. Okay? You're gonna get banter. They have a genuine dislike for each other, first of all. Okay? Because Swams and JJ did a song together that did well, and then Swams decided he's not gonna show up to an event that he committed to show up to, and that was disrespect number one. Number two was he turned up 3 hours late for something. JJ does not like this man. Okay? They have a private beef that has not gone public, really. And Swams doesn't like JJ for whatever reason, okay? So at the end of the day, be under no disillusion. There's no friendship here. And Swams would eat Alex Wasabi alive for breakfast, lunch, dinner, hors d'oeuvres, starters, dessert, whatever, okay? Swams would kill him. Swams would bash Nate Robinson in 2 seconds, okay? He can fight. And check this out. Not only is he allowed to weigh in at 200 pounds, which will likely be 20 pounds heavier than JJ's weigh-in, okay? 20 to 25 pounds heavier. We are not putting some bullshit, oh, you can't rehydrate. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. He can rehydrate. He can become a refrigerator for all I care. It doesn't matter. We want to put on a show for you guys. I had to contract someone just in case any moves were pulled. Wasabi got a mysterious injury out of nowhere. Any of that stuff happens, we were prepared for it because I didn't want to cancel and let you guys down. Did I try and contract a couple of other fighters as a standby fighter instead? Yes. Someone having it. Someone not willing to train and be prepared for that. Just in case type thing. Some logistically couldn't do it, okay? And it's not because I don't value what Swams brings to the table. I just know you guys are very, very harsh and you want to have someone that you know. But get to know this man because he will fight. He will show up for a fight, okay? This is JJ's first time back in the ring in 3 years. You want us to cancel that? I'm not going to cancel it. No, we're not going to let you down like that. You're going to get fireworks. Press conferences are going to be banging because there's a genuine dislike. And again, this guy's not going to take JJ's shit. He's going to come with the heat. Okay? You're going to get much more than you were getting before. I hope you enjoy the show and big love.
So what I got from that is blah, 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 blah. Pretty much talking a load of shit, really. Apparently him and Swarms have beef, they made a song together, this and this. Just making up some trad excuse. What I got of that anyway. We're not going to cancel this fight because we need the money. We want the money. I need the money. I'm his manager, for fuck's sake. He hasn't paid me in 3 years. That's what I got out of it. Now, nothing towards KSI. I think he's an incredible guy, but it just really seemed funny, this one. Someone as big as KSI clowning Jake constantly is now clowning himself because of that. I'm getting sick and embarrassment for JJ, and his Reddit is kind of reacting to this as well. His Reddit's kind of its place of where fans get to this and that. He's trying to sort of gas this fight up and try to hype this fight up. And personally, to me, it just sounds like a whole lot of shit what he's talking. I don't like all this, well, this fight's going to be good. It's got genuine beef. Alex Wasabi and KSI had genuine beef. Yes, Alex acted a bit humble in it, but I guess he did that since fighting Deji. He kind of felt sorry for Deji, and he still has that mentality of feeling sorry for Deji. That's why he's acting a bit humble. But this, and then he continues to say, it's because we don't know Swarms. Like, it's not because we don't know Swarms. People know who Swarms is because they're clowning on him. The reason why people don't like this is because they want to see a natural fight. They do not want to see a fight that lasts 2 seconds. And because we haven't seen anything from Swarms, we don't know how well he's going to perform. And I think people these days, they don't want to waste money on fights that they think that are not going to be worth it. It's like Jake Paul. I would never purchase the Jake Paul fight because I know his fights would last 2 seconds because his opponent would probably dive on the floor. This fight, they're either going to cancel it because people of this. I think people are genuinely probably going to get refunds here. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But in my opinion, this is a huge L from KSI, and his fans are trying to defend. It's like the funniest thing, his fans trying to defend him. His fans are all like, oh, but KSI is like the best. He just needs a warm-up fight. He needs, like, how is that a warm-up fight? For a warm-up fight, you want someone like a challenge. Alex Wasabi would have been a perfect warm-up fight. I'm not saying that now because he got a fucking concussion. This is why when you're training you should be extra careful with what you do. But it's clear that they had no other spare routes to go to. They just said to this rapper, Swarms, listen, you partaked in KSI's shit before. Let's just do it part 2. Try your best. Do some training. We'll go from there. But apparently he's trying to say that Swarms is this big, hard man. He's a road man and stuff like that. Even though he's being clowned on people and hold at knife point and stuff like that. That's beside the point, really. It kind of sounds like to me... yeah, exactly. Say his manager. Someone just commented on the Reddit. His manager saying Swarms is a roadman means nothing in boxing. It's a whole different game. Yes, it is. It's a whole different game. A roadman. Let me run it down for you, Americans. It is normally notified as someone who hangs around on a street, thinking they're better than everyone else, and wears normally tracksuit type of clothing. Most notably, carrying knives and bragging about murders and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, it looks like JJ does need another manager. His manager's just like, we'll take any fight, we need the money. That's what I'm getting from this. Money. I mean, it's funny. Even, and the crazy thing is, Rylan Wills, which is Vidal Riley, the actual person, I'm pretty sure, who trained... I think he trained JJ for his fight against Logan Paul. And he's actually a really good fighter, Vidal Riley, yeah. I'd say he's a fucking really good fighter. Really incredible. Really humble fighter as well. He says the truth. He doesn't like to lie. And if he says someone's shit at boxing, he will openly... He won't just... Even if they were his friend, he'd be honest and humble. And I think he did slap JJ to humble him, because he got too cocky. But yeah, this ain't it. They commented on it. And you know, so KSI early tweets that Jake Paul fights people with hip surgeries and retired basketball and MMA fighters. Yet a few hours later, he announces that he's fighting an overweight rapper with no fights. The circle gets a lot funnier. It really does. Wow, it kind of comes to me like the hypocrisy KSI is he's going to be dodging. I was like, well, I'm sorry guys, please fans, please suck my dick more. Look at these fans as well defending this shit, like, oh, Jake Paul's this and Jake Paul's that. I'm like, no, you're delusional. That's what I'm on about. If, like, these fans, if KSI murdered someone, they'd be actually saying, free my man, free my man. But anyway, I'm going to go on to what Jake Paul actually said, because he summed up the fight against him. Let me try and... Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah, he sparred. Oh, no. That went viral. Oh, no. Never in the history of boxing has someone pulled out of a fight a week in advance because of weight issues. I tried to tell you all, he's a runner, he's a track star. Damn. I mean, he got punched as well by Jake, okay. That's not him. Damn, okay, shit. That's embarrassing. I mean, it is sparring, not boxing, but still, shit. Wow, this whole beef sort of thing is kind of getting out of hand now. Wow. So this is what Jake Paul had to say about the whole thing. He summarized it in 2 tweets, Twitter videos. So let's get into these and assess the damage he has got to say about KSI.
Alright, so this is the final summary of what just happened between KSI and I. Basically, my opponent pulled out because he couldn't make weight. He didn't want to make weight. And then Alex Wasabi, KSI's opponent, got a concussion, so Alex had to pull out, leaving us both without a fight. Now this puts KSI into a corner. If he doesn't accept the fight with me, we all just know that he's scared. I immediately step up to the plate to fight KSI, even though I've been raging for the past 6 days. I agreed to all of his terms, 180 pounds, fighting him in London, and then I even said I would fight him for free. You could be the A side. What's your excuse? Do you accept? But KSI still ducked me, and this is officially the biggest duck of all time. I mean, think about it. KSI could make $50 to $100 million by fighting me. I said I would fight for free. Now he's throwing up smoke screens, trying to convince people for some other reason that he's not taking this fight. Oh, we could do it bigger. We could do it at Wembley Stadium. We could do it. Shut up, man. You're scared to fight me. This is your opportunity to cut me down 20 pounds over the next 20 days and to make all of the money from the event. KSI, fighting me right now would have been your best chance. I have to cut all of this weight. I'm not in camp right now. My team is nowhere around me. We would have to reassemble, fly to the UK with the time difference, fight in front of all of your fans. You said you had the mindset. You said that you're going to win no matter what.
I've got the mindset. The mindset of no one can beat me. No one can beat me.
You think you can beat Jake right now? You think you can beat Jake?
Yes. So I think he should fight on my card. I think he should fight in the UK. I think he should fight at my weight. I think all these things. And do you think Jake's going to be like, yeah, sure. Great. Yes, sir, KSI.
I'm willing to be B-side. I'm willing to go to London. I'm willing to weigh 180 pounds, yet you still don't want to make this fight happen because of short notice shit. Well, guess what? The fight that you're about to do right now is on short notice. Whatever opponent you're going to announce, no one's going to give a fuck about them. So your fight is going to be a short notice fight regardless. The bottom line is you're scared, and now you're trying to confuse everyone as to why this happened or why you shouldn't do it. We're not buying it. You officially just became the biggest bitch of all time. KSI just tweeted hating on me for taking a fight against Tyrone Woodley on 3 weeks' notice, basically saying he's an old UFC guy. Trying to discredit my opponent, but KSI, I guarantee you, you would never fight Tyrone Woodley, and he's ready to step in to fight you on 3 weeks' notice. So if he's just some old UFC guy that you're trying to discredit, why not fight him instead of this no-name opponent you're about to throw in? Because Tyrone Woodley's a much bigger name, but you won't do it.
Think you can beat Jake?
Yes.
KSI, just admit that you're buying time. Admit that you're not ready to fight me yet. That's what we want to hear. We know your ego is in the way of that. You're acting all tough. You're saying all of these things over the internet, tweeting 1,000,000 times to try to cover your tracks. But the bottom line is, and even your fans see it because under your tweets, the top comment from your fans is just, take the fight, bro. So just admit it. What? You can't do that? We're not mad at you, but we know. We know what's going on here, and the bottom line is you don't want to fight. I'm trying to discredit my opponent, but KSI.
So there you go. I mean, this is just getting crazy at this point. This is clowning KSI for ducking Jake Paul. Honest KSI fans. Yeah. He ducked. The thing is, I know Jake Paul fans and KSI fans are going to say, oh, Jake Paul ducked, Jake Paul. I'm going to have to say here, if you, like Alex Wasabi said to you, do you think you would be ready to fight Jake Paul now? You said yes. Then why did you turn him down? You have no answer for that. And I know the fans are going to be like, because he wants a warm-up fight. But he said he could fight him now. Yeah, but maybe he wasn't thinking straight then. Then why did he say it? Why say it at all? Because I guarantee if Alex Wasabi said something like that, I could beat KSI now, he'd just get clowned by KSI. I'm not going to lie, KSI says some dumb shit and then gets covered up by his fans. Let's not hide the truth here. Jake Paul is actually taking a W on this, and we can all clown on Jake Paul and say this and that about Jake Paul, but I genuinely believe he got something right in this sense. He's not wrong or anything like that. Jake Paul, personally, I think has finally realised how to act like a normal human being after many years of acting like a twat. And I really hope this fight does go on and the fight with Swarms gets cancelled, because you will be clowned. Even if you beat him, you'll be clowned. Easy fight, easy opponents. And his manager's trying to act like, oh, this is a great fight. Millions of people will be watching this. Swarms is well known. Swarms isn't really well known, is he? Like, yeah, he did some few lockdown streams with girls, but most people came for the women, not for him. It really surprises me at how many KSI fans are literally defending this and like, oh my god, KSI, please, 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 please. And it's just like, please shush. At the end of the day, I think this is a whole fuck-up of what's going on. Alex Wasabi shouldn't have really pulled out, but then again, what choice did he have? He had a fucking concussion. I really don't know what to say about this. This event's a whole cockfuck. Jesus Lord. All I'm saying is I hope they get it sorted out pretty quick, because what day is it today? It's the 7th of August. That time is pulling up quite quickly. Jake Paul, if I was you, I'd get training now just in case. Damn. Anyway, I know this has been a longer episode than normal, but yeah, I kind of wanted to get into this because, fight for free. You know, I genuinely think it's amazing how Jake Paul is mad that his setup did not work. Let's wait a minute, what? Let's see how he will be ducking KSI with a full camp, no short notices. What? I mean, he has been short noticed here. Is it wrong for KSI wanting Jake Paul to train until he becomes the best version, then go for it? It'll be beast against beast, no? I guess so. Jake Paul, after KSI ducks, weaves up a good left and knocks out, sends him flying to hospital. In your dreams, bro. Let's be honest. KSI is the type of guy. He's the type of guy you'd see at school. He hypes everything up. Oh, I knock someone out. I could knock someone out. But you never see him knock someone out. But then when someone offers him a fight, he says, no. He says, come on then, let's see how good you fight. And he's like, nah, I don't want to do it. I'm not prepared. I'm not in the right mindset. It's like, you mean you duck in? So yeah, that's really all we've got on this bullshit of a mess. Yeah, damn, this is I've really gotten into this like a diss track or something. But yeah, that's all I've got on this one. It seems to me like Jake Paul's on the right side here. Maybe he's woke up and stopped being a little twat. I respect him. Fair enough. Let's see what happens and see if Jake Paul and KSI actually do fight in about 3 years. Thank you for listening, and goodbye. Justin, Jake Paul has now reacted to the Swarms fight with KSI. This is getting out of hand now. This beef, it's I don't know, it's turned into some like internet viral thing of Jake Paul and KSI going back and forth at each other. This is absolutely crazy. I'm sorry I ended it, but I had to add this in. This was incredible.
Guys, this is absolutely absurd what KSI just did here. He is now fighting one of his friends. Talk about getting paid to take a dive. He's fighting a rapper that is his friend that they've made songs together who has never fought before. This is what I would expect from you, KSI. You taking an easy fight, an easy way out. Guys, this...
So yeah, that was Jake Paul's reaction to the KSI fight. I mean, I know he can't really talk because he's had easy fights, but this just keeps getting better. I don't know what to say about that. That was... Damn, fair enough. It is what it is. This fight This beef will be continuing. I hope they do. They need to fight someday though, and stop dragging it on. Hopefully this year and not like next year. Who knows? Hopefully it continues, and Jake Paul doesn't back out and say, "No, sorry, KSI, I gave you the chance," and they actually fight, because that's something I want to see them in the ring fighting. But yeah, that's officially all I have now. I haven't seen anything else. It is what it is. Let's see if they change their mind and find a new opponent or stick with Swarms.